Okay, now we're going to look at finding the lateral surface area and the total surface area of a pyramid. Okay. Now a pyramid is going to be named also from its base. You can have a triangular pyramid if the base is a triangle. You can have a square pyramid if its base is a square. You can have a rectangular pyramid if its base is a rectangle, and so forth and so on. And it can be very important to label or to be able to name the pyramid so that you can know what the base is. Here, it looks like our base, this piece here. Looking at my drawing, it could possibly look like a rectangle. But if you look at the dimensions, it's going to be a square. So if this is 8, this side is 8, and if this side is 8, then this side is 8. So let's look at our formula chart and let's find the formula for the areas of a pyramid. And so we have the lateral area of a pyramid is going to be 1/2 times big P times little l. And I'll write the little l in cursive because it's hard to tell between an L and a 1 if I don't. And the total surface area of a pyramid is 1/2 times big P times little l plus big B. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and apologize for the control shift thing coming up. I'll have to fix it after this podcast. So we're recapping really quick. The lateral surface area is 1/2 times big P times little l. The total surface area is 1/2 times big P times little l plus big B. And again, big P is still the perimeter of the base. Big B is still the area of the base, but we have something new, and it's called little l. Little l is this slant height right here. The height of this triangle on its side. That slant height, that is little l. Okay? So let's just get started finding big P. Big P, the area of the base, add all sides, 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, or 8 times 4 is 32. And you could use your calculator for that. Big B, that's the area of the base. It's a square, so the area is length times width. 8 times 8 is 64. And now we need to find little l. And it can be a little tricky. Let's take a look at what we have. First, I'm going to erase some of my stuff here. Okay, my shift thing is messing me up. Okay, what we have to do here is envision, if I look at the top and I'll imagine the center of my base, I could make another triangle. And this triangle is this red triangle that makes this L the hypotenuse of that right triangle. Let me say this again. if I take a point and make it at the center of the base, and then from the top, if I drew a line right down the top of this pyramid, that's actually the height of the pyramid from the ground or the base to the very tip top point. And this value is 3, indicated right here by this little measurement thing here. So this is 3. This is 3. Now, if this piece of the triangle right here goes from the side to the center, then it's half of this piece right here. And if this piece right here is 8, then this piece over here is 4. And I can find, by Pythagorean Theorem, I can find this side right here of this triangle that I'm going to color in. I can find this L using that right triangle. So now that I have this green right triangle labeled, I can now find L, my lateral height, by using the Pythagorean Theorem. Remember, the Pythagorean Theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And the side opposite the right angle is always c. So in this case, c is going to be L. So that's L squared. And so my legs, A and B, are interchangeable, so it doesn't matter if I call the 3A or the 4A. Doesn't matter. That's just going to be 3 squared plus 4 squared, because A and B are interchangeable. And so I can just use my calculator right now if I wanted to, I think. This control shift is not going to let me do it. Maybe. There it goes. Okay. So I've got 3 squared plus 4 squared. Or not. Calculator's not going to work. I do not know why. Let's move it out of the way. Okay, so 3 squared is 9 plus 4 squared is 16 equals L squared. 9 plus 16 is 25 equals L squared. Take the square root because L is being squared, and you get that L is equal to 5. So little l is 5. And yes, that was a lot of work to get little l, but sometimes it just has to be done. So now to find the lateral area, I have 1/2 times big P, which is 32, times little l, which is 5. Down here I have 1/2 times 32 times little l, which is 5, plus big B, which is 64. And since my calculator is not working, I'm going to do this by hand. So 1/2 times 32 is 16, and 16 times 5 is 80. So my lateral area is 80. You would use your calculator for that. And then down here I have for the total surface area, 1/2 times 32, again, is 16. 16 times 5 is 80. And then the 80 plus 64 gives you 144, I believe. And so that is how you find the total surface area and the lateral surface area of a pyramid. Again, there was a lot of work here. Some of you are probably thinking, I never would have figured to do this by myself, creating that triangle inside. That's why it's very important that you take your time and pay attention to what we're talking about in class. Ask questions, and I promise you, the more you see it, the more you will understand it. It will start clicking. You can record